Good evening, class. My name is Evelyn, and this is my second annotated bibliography. The books that I'm going to talk about today all have in common that they're all easy reading books for children of the age of 5 to about 7. The first book I'm going to talk about is titled Hop on Pop by Dr. Seuss. This is really easy reading for young children because it has a lot of rhyming words, which makes it fun and humorous and easy reading for children that are learning how to read and make out sounds or words. For example, all, call, ball, wall, small. This book has a lot of great colors in it, very bold colors, but yet it makes sure to keep the pictures simple enough for the children to actually look at the colors and look at the pictures. The good thing about this book is also that it makes the first two words in capital letters and in bold letters to make the child know that those are the important words that will follow in the sentence. Like this. All ball, and then it has a sentence, we all play ball, which I think builds the confidence of the children when they're reading the book because they already know two of the words that are going to be in the sentence. I don't have really anything bad to say about this book because this book has helped my son learn how to read. The second book is titled Go Dog Go by P.D. Eastman. Now, this book is very humorous. It has a lot of color that repeats itself. So it uses a lot of color, but once again, very simple pictures with a lot of color. Short sentences, once again, for easy reading. What I like about this book is that the pictures allow for children to use their imagination. For example, a green dog in a helicopter. The next book is Can You Tell Me How to Get to Sesame Street? And now this book is written by Eleanor Hudson and illustrated by Joe Matthew. This book is another easy reading book. It has more sentences than the other two books, and this book uses a lot more color in the pictures. I think that there's a good and a bad to this book. This book has a lot of pictures that makes it easy for the children to figure out what the book is saying by just looking at the pictures. But I have also found it that because there's so much going on in the picture, sometimes instead of listening to what's being read, the child is too overwhelmed by so much in the picture. For example, this picture right here, there's trees, there's buildings, there's cars, and the cars are a different color, the buildings are a different color, and then Elmo's on a kite. So there's just so much going on that sometimes the kids get easily distracted and then don't even know what the book is about at the end. The fourth book is one of my favorites and one of my son's favorites. It is Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss. And I'm sure that most kids have read this book or someone has read this book to them. This is another great book with bright, bold colors. Very humorous book. If I would have to pick one negative thing about the book is that sometimes the verbiage in the book can be a little confusing to young children. Like the main phrase, Sam I am. I think once the child memorizes the book and knows what it says, it comes easy. But I know that at the beginning when I was trying to read this book to my son, he was about 3 years old and he would get the words messed up, the Sam I am. He would want to say, I am Sam, because it does say that later on in the book. That would be the only negative thing. But once again, once the child knows the book, memorizes the book, it becomes a very fun book to read because of that main verbiage, the Sam I am, and it being said backwards. And the last book that I have is titled Are You My Mother by D.P. Eastman. This book, once again, another easy reading book for children. Now this one, out of all the books, is more sentence based. This book repeats the same 4 colors in pretty much every single page over and over. This book only uses the color white, yellow, brown, and red. So as you turn, you know those are the colors that you're going to see in the book. It does have a repeating phrase, which that is what attracts a young child to want to read the book, and the repeating phrase being the main title, Are You My Mother? It says it after pretty much every page, Are You My Mother? The drawings are very clear, very simple. I think the only thing that I would change about it would maybe add a little more color. To me, it's a bit too simple, but I noticed that if I compare the books from the same author, it's the author's signature style of only using the same 3-4 colors over and over. The only difference is Are You My Mother has very simple earthy colors, with just the yellow and the red being the only bright colors to catch a child's attention, opposed to her other book that I already talked about, Go Dog Go. Now this one uses a lot more colors, but yet keeps the picture simple enough for the child to not get overwhelmed by all the color. Those are the 5 books that I chose for my second annotated bibliography, and I chose those books because those are some of the books that I have for my son and that I have found very helpful in teaching my son how to read and helping him find reading fun and entertaining. The pictures, the colors, everything comes into play when you are looking for a great picture book. I think that these are amazing picture books for younger children that are trying to be interested in reading and need a pathway to finding reading fun. These books most of the books that I talked about today have humor in it. Even in Elmo's book, he's flying up in the air. It allows room for imagination and creativity, which I think that is the stepping stone for kids loving literature. Thank you.